So hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to do a really quick video on the best loadouts for each class in Battlefield 4 to maximise your KD and score. So starting off with Assault, my primary weapon of choice is the Ace-23. I find that this weapon is the most balanced in the game out of the assault rifles. Really easy recoil, big magazine size, amazing damage and fire rate. I like to run a Coyote, choose whatever you want, that's my personal preference. Green laser sight, choose whatever you want here. A muzzle brake, because the recoil can be a bit catch you out at times. It's helpful to have a muzzle brake, and the stubby grip is good because it gives you increased accuracy with not much negative effect. For the secondary, I like the Glock 18 with a muzzle brake on it, just to help with the recoil. The other attachments you can choose whatever you want, they're personal, whatever sight you like, or whatever, if you're laser sight or not. I like to use the first aid packs to be a bit more mobile. I find the big pack makes you slow down and stop for a while, whereas the little pack you can keep on the move. Defibrillators are a necessity in my mind. 100 free points every time you get somebody up as well. That's going to increase your score massively. I like the frag grenade. It's just a simple grenade. If you hit the guy, you kill him. And offensive field perk, I mainly use this because I get increased ammo, which is really helpful if you're potentially going on big kill streaks. Right, so on to the next class, Engineer. So for primary, I usually like the AK-5C. I think this is the most versatile gun out of the carbines, and considering the PDWs don't do range very well, this to me is the sweet spot for Engineer. I like to run the Coyote, that's just my personal preference, and the laser sight. I don't use a barrel because the recoil on the AK-5C is actually really easy, so the negative effects of a muzzle brake will outweigh the positives. Of course, I do like the stubby grip though because it doesn't really have any negative effects, but it does increase your accuracy. The secondary, I like my 44 Magnum just because there are more, when you're playing Engineer, you're usually on a bigger map and you need the range. I have it just naked with a nice sight on it. I use the SMORE as my primary gadget instead of the RPG, and that's because it has lower bullet drop and faster bullet velocity, which just makes hitting stuff much easier in my mind. I think the RPG is much more skillful, it does a little bit more damage, but the SMORE, to me, the easiness is just makes it an easier choice. I like the repair tool because, well, it speaks for itself. I mean, you can keep your vehicle alive, you can keep teammates' vehicle alive, and for the team this is basically night and day. This is really massive, a repair tool. I like the frag as usual, and for the perk I have anti-tank just because I get more rockets. Really valuable as an engineer, as that is your main job, killing vehicles and supporting with your repair tool. So onto the support class, my primary weapon of choice is the AWS. I think it's the most versatile light machine gun. It has a great rate of fire, it has pretty good range, it's got manageable recoil. I think this is your go-to gun for most situations, the AWS. Coyote optic, that's just because of what I like. Laser sight, because it's manageable, I can turn it on and off and get the benefit when I want. Compensator, just to help with a bit of side-to-side recoil. You can't really control side-to-side recoil in this game, it's pretty impossible, so the compensator is always helpful for a gun with a bit of side-to-side kick. The stubby grip as usual, just to increase the accuracy. I also run the Glock, as I find that when you're playing support you play more close quarters maps, so it's always helpful to have basically an assault rifle in your pocket. Big ammo box, as when you're support I think you supply people en masse, so a ammo pack helping individual targets is not as helpful. C4 because it's just fun and it's enjoyable, and I can take down tanks and stuff like that with C4. Frag grenade as usual. And for the field upgrade I have defensive because this armor perk here can actually save you from getting one shot by some snipers at close range, so it's really valuable. Finally, for the Recon class, this class is really susceptible to preference. If you can run it with a carbine or a sniper. If you want to maximize your score, you shouldn't be using a sniper rifle, it's not very efficient, but most people will want to use snipers, which is why they'll choose Recon. So my sniper rifle of choice is the CF5 just because it's got a really fast rate of fire. I miss a lot of shots because I'm really bad at sniping, so there you go. Oh yeah, and the straight pull is essential for any sniper, by the way. Just massively helpful, a complete game changer. Glock 18 secondary because you're not going to be taking down any targets at close range with a sniper rifle. It's much easier to have a pocket assault rifle basically. C4 because it's fun. Radio beacon for spawning at set position, so if I get a nice vantage point I'll just slap one of these down. Also the motion sensor is really viable, but personal preference again. I use the frag grenade of course, and Spec Ops field upgrade. This is because I get more C4 right here, level 2, double my C4 count. So you guys, that's the end of the video. If you liked it, please hit the like button. If you'd like to see more, subscribe.